Hey guys, here's another video today. Today I've got my LC9S pistol out. This pistol I really like. I've had for a few years now. It is 9mm. As you can see, there's nothing in the chamber. And it has one of those safety mags, one of the what I like to call California compliant mags. Anywho, so this one has a 2 or 3 inch barrel. I think it's 2 and something inches or something like that. But pretty accurate for such a short barrel. The sights are iron sights. They're made of metal. They're not the easiest to see, but they're not terrible either. They're good for point shooting, just point and shoot. You know, it's pretty much what distance you're going to be at with something with a short barrel such as this. The spring and guide rod are made of steel. The frame is polymer. I got a Hogue grip on here that fits really snug perfectly, so it gives it a good feel. It's got the finger groove. The trigger itself has a safety on it. It is metal as well. It's a steel trigger. The LC9S is a striker fired LC9. There is the LC9 itself, which has a exposed hammer. Those I don't believe are made anymore due to I think they had a lot of problems. I think because of having an exposed hammer like they did, it made it susceptible to letting things in there a lot and getting the gun overly dirty and where it wouldn't function and stuff like that. I think that's what it was. I could be wrong, but this one does not have an exposed hammer. These are newer, but I don't believe these are made anymore, though. I think these are have been halted on production. I'm not sure. I wouldn't swear to it. Like I said, I could be wrong, but it's getting harder to find some parts for this, so just keep in mind, if you're looking to buy one of these, just know that depending on your area and stuff, you may have trouble trying to find parts, but I think for the most part they're pretty easy to find. The parts are, for most of them. Numerix would be a good site to go on if you're looking for gun parts for all guns and stuff. Now it does have a side safety here. Of course, whenever you slide it forward, it'll work. So you just pull back on it, let it slide forward, and then you can just dry fire it. These are safe to dry fire by themselves. It says so in the manuals. You have to dry fire it to disassemble the gun, but it does have a side safety if you guys like that kind of stuff. I'm okay with them. I'm not wild about it, but it's okay. The another thing is that this does have an extractor and it does have an ejector inside. It has both. Kind of unusual for, I think, for a pistol to have both, but very cool anyways. Just lets you know that when it extracts or ejects a shell, it's gonna push it out pretty far, pretty hard and fast, which is good. You don't want any kind of stovepiping, you don't want anything like that. But the magazine release is a small button here on the side. People with bigger hands like me kind of have to watch how you put your hand on it. But these are really good pistols for concealment. Excuse me. Good for plinking at the range, for fun. Good for concealed carry, for defense. Good for home defense. It does work good for smaller hand people like women, kids, and some of the smaller frame guys. Me, considering how big my hands are, makes it sometimes a little hard to have a good grip. So there are magazines that do have the floor plate that's like this to make it even smaller. I don't use them because it's hard for me to get a grip because I like that. You know, my pinky doesn't catch. So a lot of times I use the magazines with this kind of a floor plate. These are 7 rounds. These are the original magazines for the gun. You get 7 rounds of 9mm in the LC9S and the LC9s. The magazines are compatible with each other. But I do like this one, this kind of floor plate on the mags, because it still keeps it pretty small and more than enough to keep into concealment. This is like the ones that I carry for like if I'm going out and I don't want people to know I'm carrying what. This is definitely one that I will choose. It's real accurate, it's small, lightweight, easy to pull the trigger, has a very crisp feel to it. Can't go wrong with a Ruger because Ruger is usually a very good company. However, I do have some other magazines here that I will show you. They do have another 7-round magazine by the factory that has a bit more of a floor plate, so that way you can get even better grip on it. This is also a 7-rounder. It's no different than the one I just put in. And so this one gives it a bit more of a feel of almost a full size. However, there is metal magazines that are made by ProMag. ProMag has had problems with their plastic ones before, and I wouldn't recommend buying ProMag's plastic magazines. If you're going to, get metal ones. This is a metal one for the LC9. This is a 10-round magazine. Now, it does look a little crazy with that in there, in my opinion, but I do like it because of how many extra rounds I get whenever I'm out at the range. And, or say like I'm out hunting, you know, and I choose to carry a backup pistol or something, for in case if like an animal's knocked down on the first shot whenever I'm walking up to it. This is a good one to have. Again, don't buy ProMag plastic magazines because a lot of the feeding lits, like the SKS magazines and stuff, they break a lot of times when you try to put them in the gun. It's just, it's not good. But as for the LC9 mags and stuff, when I've used them, I've had no problems with it. The LC9 is probably one of the more, or was, I don't know about now, but was one of the more popular small pistols that they turned out. In my opinion, I think they should continue making these. And I don't like the ones that have the little raising tab there to let you know the gun is loaded. It just looks weird to me. I do like the safety feature that should you take the magazine out of the gun and you're worried about it going off, the trigger will not let you ride it all the way down because of a misfire, or should you you know, do something stupid like leave a round in the gun without the magazine being in there and you aren't too sure on how to, you know, take care of your gun. Well, that's how it puts a stop to that. Another thing is that I like to use the rule of safety of don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire. I don't, like I said, I don't carry hot. I just don't, because I don't want to accidentally shoot my own leg when I'm trying to pull out the holster, or accidentally pull the trigger before I'm ready and, you know, make the situation worse than what it already might be. There's a lot of reasons, you know. I also just don't trust man-made things 100%, because we're imperfect, and anything we're making is going to be imperfect. So always use caution, especially with things that are more dangerous. But yeah, I gotta say, I love the way this pistol looks, feels, and functions. Gotta say, I do like the striker fire pistols, but I also love revolvers. I love shotguns, rifles, carbines, all the different kinds of firearms. If I could have more money to be able to buy some of those guns, I definitely would. But I'm happy with buying the small stuff like this, because generally a lot of the cheaper firearms are going to be typically made better than the expensive ones. Expensive ones usually are made with weaker parts, or parts that have had corners cut, and it's not good. You know, it's not good to do that, especially with firearms. It's dishonest, and it's basically dangerous and stupid. But this pistol, though, is one of my favorites. This is actually my first pistol that I bought. So definitely a good one. Definitely would recommend for women, kids, and smaller men. However, if you're a bigger guy, look into the magazines that I've showed in this video. You can find them at Academy or Cabela's or any of the hunting stores or outdoor shops. A lot of these are also in pawn shops, so be aware of that. I painted the side right here myself to give it a little bit of color. I think it turned out good. If you guys are interested in these reviews on it, please, you know, give a thumbs up, comment, you know, and subscribe to my channel for more stuff like this. Again, my channel will have a bunch of different stuff, so just be aware it may not always be gun stuff. Sometimes it may be fishing, sometimes it may be animal stuff. It just varies. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say about this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.